This is a rather full module, so I wanted to make this video to explain how it works. I'm also updating the previous video that was here so that we can stay current with the changes that Piktochart has made. In this module, we're looking at digital citizenship and social media. It is a very full module in the sense there's lots of things in here for you to look at, read, watch, and then respond to. This is a PowerPoint. This is a video. These are two more videos. This is an infographic. This is something we're going to build using Piktochart. And this is how you get to Piktochart. Here's some more social media data about the ages and the use of social media. Kind of interesting. And then we're also using a site called Edmodo to post everything to, and then that post then will be carried over to your Wikispace page. So let's look again at what the expectations are for this module. The expectation is that you're going to create a new page in your wiki called DC and Social Media. All you have to do is create a one-paragraph reflection on your social media usage as an educator and as a potential educator. Just one paragraph. And it should be a coherent paragraph of 3 to 5 well-written sentences. You're going to create an infographic, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then you're going to join the class Edmodo. You're going to post your Piktochart to your Edmodo site, and then you're going to take the link of that post and put that into your Wikispace page. And then, of course, you put the URL of your Wikispace page over into LiveText. All right, it's a lot of stuff, but it's not that hard to do. So here we go. Here's where everything lives. This is what I want you to watch. And now let's go down here and jump into Piktochart and build an infographic. By the way, in there were lots of videos and directions if you want to watch on how to do a Piktochart. I'm going to do it very quickly. You're going to take your time and do it much more carefully than me. I have logged in using that standard login that I've let you have, that sbswan02@louisville.edu. Password ULIT241, all lowercase. You don't have to use it. You can create your own account, but you'll notice that not only do you have access to the free templates here, you have access to all the pro ones. That's the only reason why you might want to log in as me, is you just have more choices. I'm going to go to infographic, and now I'm going to start thinking about how do I want to develop an infographic that I would share with my students about how to be safe on social media. So the first thing I'm going to look for is which one would be easiest for me to deal with. And then some of these, as you can see, already gave you a heads up. There's one on cyberbullying. I'm going to go ahead and grab that one, because it's going to be the easiest one for me to show here in just a few minutes. So here I am. I'm now looking at what it could look like. I like it. So I'm going to jump back, and I'm going to use it. Now, you can't just grab this one, obviously. You need to change some things around in it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to start changing up some of the verbiage here. I'm going to say dangers of social media. I'm going to move it around so it fits better in my screen. I'm going to grab the box that says cyberbullying. I guess I better go ahead and call it what it's supposed to be. So you get the idea. I'm going to move things around again so that everything kind of lines up, plays nice with each other. Because this box obviously has a problem with how big it is, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change the size of my text. And I'm going to make it a whole lot smaller. I'll fix this M right here. All right. Now, what can I do from here on out? Now, this is where I can start talking about my topic up here. I can change any of these pictures that I want to. And so on. All this is doing is giving me a template so that I can work with my ideas. And notice down here that they do give sources for where they get things from. So let's change some things up so it doesn't look like I've stolen this whole thing. So over here on your left-hand side is where all of your pieces live that you can play with. Now right now, as you can see, I'm in a graphic mode, and so I can go in here to Photos, and there's all kinds of ways that I can search the photos here. Let's throw one in just to see if we can come up with something. And that's going to be a problem, as you can see. It's not a very complete one, but if you keep looking around, you might find the right one that will land you where you want to be. So let's try that internet search again under technology. Again, nothing found. Let's try computer. And now I find things. Now, don't give up, because what you can do is something that you're used to by now. And that is you can click on Uploads, and you can go and either look for the uploads that have already been put in here. I have Facebook, I have Twitter, I have a lot of uploads here. Or you can go out and find your own and then upload them to use in your I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy. And there he is. I just want to show you what it can look like. I'll go ahead and drag him down into this block. I can then basically just wipe things out, or I can move things around if I need to. So as you can see, there are lots of ways, lots of resources. They're just sitting here waiting for you to use them. I'm going to make this bigger so my title fits. And then to do that, I've got to use my text tool. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to say this is how I want it to be. I'm going to click in here. And as you can see, then it allows me to drag it up into this little graphic I have. And I'm going to add some text. Now, I have a problem with my text, don't I? And that problem is that it's black, and it's black on a white background. So I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to change the color. highlight all my text. And I'm going to come up here to color. And I'm going to change it. And then I'm going to start working my way through all of these things that I want to keep and the ones I want to get rid of, and putting in my own take. Now, the other way you can do this is you can just create a brand new Piktochart and put all of this in yourself. You don't have to necessarily use one of their templates. When you do use theirs, though, one of the things that's really interesting is it has so many ways to develop your infographic using their charts with, I just threw a tennis one in here, get rid of that. That it really does make the process really fun and extremely creative. Now, when you're finished, you're going to save it, obviously, and you are then going to share it. It wants a name, so I'm going to give it a simple name. And I'm going to make sure that I make it public. And there we are. Now, I can get my embed code. And I will be honest with you, we're going to try the first one and see how it plays over in Edmodo. So I've got my code. Now let's jump back to where we came from. And I'm going to go now and get into our Edmodo. Before I do that, though, I want to show you this. This is lots of directions on how to use Piktochart. Please take the time to look at these before you start. I did a very quick, very preliminary way of using it, but I want you to have more information. So now I'm going to come down here to Edmodo. Notice that we have a join code that you will have to put in. Edmodo already knows who I am. That's why it says go on in. You will come up to a screen that basically will ask you to put in some information. Don't forget to use that code. And now I'll go to the group. And here I am. It is waiting for me to put in my information. So I'm just going to type in up here in the note, my infographic on social media safety. Simple as that. Then I'm going to come here to where it says share the link, and I'm going to click on that. And remember that code we copied? This is where it goes. I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to attach it. And I'm going to make sure that I have, and again, I have to put a title to it. So I'll put that here. Make sure I spell it right. And I'm going to attach that. And I'm going to send that. Now, the first time you join this, it is going to send me a request for you to join this. If you will text me and say, I've requested to join the Edmodo, or actually I get emails that tell me that you are requesting to join. So either way, I'll get you in. And as you can see, here it is. And if I click on that, there is my wonderful infographic that I made. Now, how do I get this from here over to my Wikispace? Watch how easy this is. There's a chevron over here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to then click on Link to Post. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to copy that link. Now, give me a second here. In fact, I'll even pause it while I'm going to pause it while I get logged into Wikispace. So here I am in my Wikispace that I've created. I'm going to make sure I create a new page. I'm going to call it Module 5, DC and Social Media, and create. Now, this is different from where you're used to. You're used to just putting in widgets, but this time you're putting in a link. I'm going to put the link in. It's a web address. I want it to open in a new window. And up here, I'm just going to tell it that it is my infographic. And then I'm going to paste in the address that I got out of Edmodo. And I'm going to add the link. As simple as that. Below, this is where I can put in my paragraph. Remember, you're putting in a paragraph that has to do with how you use social media as an educator or potential educator. Now, if you're just going to say, I would never use social media, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. One of the things why I'm showing you all this in Edmodo is Edmodo is a social media site as well as Schoology, and believe it or not, Blackboard. And so what I wanted you to see was the use of a social media site in education. Edmodo is widely recognized in the state of Kentucky and used in many, many schools. Schoology is another one that I teach on in the fall. Schoology, I think, is a much more powerful social media site than Edmodo, but Edmodo is what a lot of schools use. Notice that when I save my Wikispaces page and I click on the link, it takes me to where the infographic lives inside of my picture chart. Okay, so let's review. Module 5 is all about thinking about DC and social media. As I said, it has a lot of stuff inside it for you to read and watch. You're creating a new page in your wiki. You're going to give me just one paragraph on your reflection of social media uses as an educator, based upon all the stuff you're going to read and see. You're going to create an infographic. You're going to log into Piktochart using my username and password. And then you're going to join the class Edmodo site, and everything you need to know about that is right below it. Just click on these links, use this code, and you will be part of the Edmodo site. It will send me a request for you to become a member. I will be watching for those, and those of you who already done it know that I get them done rather quickly. If you want to give me a nudge, just send me a text at 502-457-2937 and say, hey, I need to be a part of the class Edmodo site. As always, I'm here for you if you have any questions. And for those of you that'll be in class tomorrow, I hope this will be helpful. And for those of you in the great beyond, I think this is one of the more self-explanatory modules that we have. See you Wednesday.